Hiya! Happy morning, dusk, dawn, evening, night. I've actually been staying up until 9 a.m. for the past week and a half every night so that I can write this 60-page paper I have to write for college, so no judgment. Everyone who has the misfortune of following me on Twitter has had to hear about it, so there's your incentive. Social media links will be down below. Also, subscribe if you want to do that. That would be freaking awesome. I hear other YouTubers saying to hit the bell for notifications. I guess YouTube's wonky, so if you want to know when I post, what you do. So I hear. Also, you want to give this video a like? Probably not. I'm wearing a onesie from the Target little boys section underneath this sweater, so quirky and relatable. Thumbs up. A few disclaimers before we get into this video. Number one, everything I'm about to talk about was my fault. This is not a salon horror story. This is like a me being an absolute idiot horror story. So, ooh, look at the light. Look at the light. Hey girl. Hey girl. Completely understand that everything I'm about to tell you was me being a freaking idiot. Number two, my ugly hairstyle today actually has nothing to do with the story that you guys are about to hear. It's just ugly because it's ugly. And number three, the title of this video is not clickbait. I've literally never seen a story on YouTube about a hair disaster where the color was as horrible as this. You guys will see. This is literally chemical damage and a bunch of really, really bad decisions, so let's get into it. So a little backstory, I'm not gonna bore you guys forever, but I'm biracial. Hi, my dad's black, my mom's white. My hair is also biracial. I have really, really thick, curly hair naturally. And honestly, I've always been really self-conscious about it. I grew up in a very white area, so everyone I knew, all of my friends had like really long, silky, smooth, super straight hair. So I got my first relaxer when I was in 7th grade, and from 5th grade forward I've been flat ironing my hair. Pretty much what that means is my hair has been chemically processed since I could like make my own decisions. And when I was in middle school through high school, I dyed my hair every color under the sun. I did blue, pink, purple, silver. I went to college with mint green hair. You would be really hard pressed to find a hair color that I haven't had in some variation, if not like multiple shades. And I have always done it myself. I've never gone to a salon to get hair color. I went once to get it bleached and it was an absolute disaster, and she cut off a ton of hair and I had to start wearing extensions and I cried in Ulta. This summer I cut off all the dead ends in my hair. My hair was down to about here and I cut it up to about here. So it was really, 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 really short. I loved it. I actually really love short hair on me. So this summer when I cut it, my hair was healthier than ever. I had just spent the last 6 months using absolutely no heat on my hair. I was just braiding it up and wearing wigs every day. So my hair had literally never felt better. It was so nice. What's this? What is this? What is this little nub? You stop that. And because of that, I decided I wanted to go blonde. This is not where the disaster happens. I'll include pictures of like all these steps as well, but blonde actually went really well. It looked really, really, really nice, but because I had bleached it myself, it was like sort of patchy in a way that at least I noticed. There were still some like brown tones and orange tones near the back where I couldn't really see as well, so I wasn't super, super thrilled with it. I decided I wanted to cover up that blonde and go red. So I had orange hair, which I also really, really loved, until I decided that I wanted my roots to be red as well, and that was a freaking horror show. So over top of that, I dyed it dark brown, and it was too dark for my liking, so I stripped some of the color out with color oops. Word color oops actually like, oh, makes my heart race. It'll make a return at the end of the story. But it turned to my favorite hair color I've ever had in my life, which was this beautiful light brown that made my skin look nice and made my eyes look nice. Ugh. Literally, even my grandma texted me and was like, don't change your hair. It's perfect the way it is. And I was feeling it, and I had it for about 2.5 months, 2.5 to 3 months. And then disaster struck. So every few months, I would say every like 2 to 3 months, some of you guys will understand this, I get this itch, and I get this just manic need to change something about myself drastically. Now I've kind of like gotten tattoos and it sort of scratches it a little bit, but back before I was getting tattoos at this rate, and even now, I would dye my hair or I would cut my hair. I was constantly just chopping off like 3 or 4 inches of hair at 2 a.m. all the time because I just had this need to like change my appearance really dramatically. Now, because I had cut off so much of my hair in the summer and had continued like trimming it, I didn't have hair to cut off, so I decided I wanted to be blonde again. And this time, I didn't want to be that nice honey blonde that I'd been in the summer. I wanted to go platinum. I've been platinum before. I've had platinum hair. It wasn't a problem. I actually really liked it. Ooh, prom picture. Every time I'd gone this color blonde, minus that one disastrous time at the hair salon, I'd done it like 4 or 5 times, and I'd always done it myself, and I had used like the Manic Panic bleach, really shit bleach, and it had always been fine, and my hair had survived, and it was never a problem, so I was feeling really confident. So I got my trusty box of Color Oops. Color Oops Part 2. Stripped my hair, stripped the brown out of my hair, and it turned this like really, really sort of dusty, ashy, like dark blonde brown color, which wasn't super great, to be completely honest, because Color Oops always takes, for me, the color out of my roots more so than it takes the color out of the rest of my hair. I'm not sure if that's the case for anyone else. And by roots, I mean the part closest to my scalp that has had less chemical processing done, because it's not a root, it was like still colored. Next day, I decided to bring my little ass to the beauty supply store, and I got the Quick Blue bleach. I don't know what brand it is. Brands with these products aren't super important because, like I said, it was my fault. It was like my own misuse. So first session of bleach, it got to like an even lighter blonde. I don't know if I took any pictures of this at this stage in the process, but I bleached it again the next day, and that's when it went like really, really white blonde. And I toned it as well using Wella T18, and it went really, really, really light. I thought I looked like Draco Malfoy. It really it didn't look as good as I had remembered. I really thought it looked better, like, back in my younger years, but I didn't love it. It kind of looked like, I get really pale in the winter, you guys can probably tell. Also, my camera washes me out. But you kind of couldn't tell, in a weird way, like, where my head stopped and where my hair began. Like, I didn't really have a hairline. I was just kind of like this generally khaki creature, so it wasn't great. But I kept it for like 2 weeks maybe. So I live in Manhattan, and I was going out to LA to meet with ColourPop. So I decided that when I went to LA, I didn't want to have this blonde hair that didn't make me feel super confident. I wanted to have silver hair. I thought it would create a better line of demarcation in my hairline. I thought it would be more striking, more visually interesting. I had silver hair before. So I used a brand, I think it's called Adore Me or something like that, maybe. It's a semi-permanent dye. I don't know what happened with my hair, but it turned really patchy and blue. And again, I don't know what I did in this situation exactly, but I'm still gonna chalk it up to something I did. But I really didn't like how it looked. I personally, like I said, I used to dye my hair a ton of crazy colors, but nowadays, because of my tattoos and stuff like that, I do prefer to keep my hair not neutral colors, because silver's not neutral, but I stay in like the blonde, brown, black, red range. I don't really go for like blues, purples, greens, stuff like that anymore. This is where I made my mistake. I decide that Color Oops has never failed me once. At this point, I'd used this product like 7 or 8 times on my hair, and it had never, ever, ever failed me. So I'm thinking, hey, no worries. You'll just go ahead and strip this color out of your hair, and it'll be totally fine. You can just go back to blonde, you'll deal with it for LA, and we'll figure it out when we get back to Manhattan. Y'all, I slathered it on all over my entire head. I went to my room, like my bedroom, for a second, for maybe 3 minutes to get something. I don't remember what I was doing. I go back to the bathroom. My hair's hot pink. Color Oops had turned my vaguely bluish silver hair hot pink. I actually don't know if I have pictures of this. I actually don't know if I have pictures of this stage. If I do, I'll include it, but like, please take my word for it. It was hot pink. The reason I might not have pictures is because I freaked out, and my roommate was asleep in the living room. I was like, Hannah, I have the biggest favor. Please go to Duane Reade, which is the drugstore that's all over Manhattan, and please get me a box brown dye. She is the sweetest person in the entire world, and she like ran out and got me a brown box dye as I'm like hyperventilating in the bathroom. Now, I understand that it's just hair. I'm gonna get 20,000 comments saying it's just hair. I get that. But the gag is that it was 10 o'clock p.m. and my roomie and I were leaving to catch a bus to Jersey to go to the Jersey airport to fly to LA, because for some reason LaGuardia didn't have direct flights to LA in 4 hours. We were staying up all night and we were taking this bus. So my hair is now hot pink with 4 hours left. I have not packed. I don't know why I decided to do this! Anyway, she comes back with the brown box dye, and it's like a medium brown. I really just wanted to go back at this point to the color that I'd had before that I love so much that I told you about, that like sort of light medium brown. And I had used this brand and this color in box dye exactly before, and I liked it a lot. I whip it out, I put on my gloves, and I start putting it all over my hair. immediately I can tell that my hair is turning a very strange color. My biggest mistake was not rinsing out the color oops as much as I should have. So I used the color oops, and then, this is so stupid, but I rinsed it out in the sink. Like, I shampooed it in the sink instead of getting in the shower and rinsing it out, because you're supposed to rinse out the product for like an hour. And I just rinsed it out real quick because I didn't have any time and I really needed to get this color covered. So I'm sure I still had color oops on my hair. So as soon as I use the black box dye, I start squirting it in. I see that my hair is changing into like, sort of like a dark gray. Like a green toned dark gray, and I thought that was real suspicious. However, when I actually got that like really ashy light brown color, my hair also looked like sort of gray when it was wet. Maybe it's just oxidizing in a weird way and it's just gonna be a dark brown. I can handle that. But I'm starting to see more of the green than the gray, and I'm like, what is going on here? This is so weird. And I'm really trying not to panic. So I leave it in for as long as you're supposed to, even though I can tell that my hair is turning puke green. Like, I can see it happening while this product is in my hair, but like, I didn't know what to do at that point because underneath the puke green was hot pink. So there was no winning. Eventually I get in the shower and I'm just standing there praying like, okay girl, we can get through this. Maybe it'll be a really cool like teal color or something, anything. This is what I'm left with. I'm now 2 hours out from taking my bus to Jersey. Let's keep that in mind, okay? Okay. So I'm on the verge of tears now, I'm gonna be completely honest. I really almost started crying. Like I said, I know someone's gonna say it's just hair, but like, look at this! Like, this is so ugly. And this was my first, well, it wasn't my first time in LA. I had gone for a shoot for another makeup company before, but it was literally like, go to the hotel, take an Uber to the shoot, go back to the hotel and leave really early the next morning, so I didn't get to see any of the city. And we were staying for like, my friend and I, for kind of like a little vacation, and I didn't want to look like this. So Hannah, being the saint that she is, went out again and got me jet black hair dye. Thank God. So that same night, immediately after, I dyed my hair jet black. From platinum to jet black within a night, with lots of disaster in between. And the jet black really looked no better. My hair was so dull and brittle, and it was literally breaking off in chunks, and oh, it was sticking up in horrible, disgusting ways because I had put my hair through so much chemical processing all at once. I'll include some pictures here. Normally when I wear my hair, I sort of like slick it back, and I had to put so much gel in my hair just so that you couldn't see all the disgusting, brittle split ends. It looked so bad. I hated the way I looked for the majority of the time I was in LA, and I didn't let it ruin my trip. I had an amazing time. It was literally so fun, but I hated my hair so much. I had to just cover it in gel and oil just to make it look kind of semi-acceptable. I literally looked like Severus Snape for like 4 days straight. My hair now has mostly bounced back. It's been a month and a half. It's now like sort of faded out to a brown color that I don't despise. But I just wanted to let you guys know the thing you should take away from this video is, number one, your girl's an idiot. Number two, don't make drastic hair processing decisions right before you're about to go on vacation because you will regret it. I did that twice. I literally did that with the orange hair, and then I did it again with this situation. So I won't drag this video on any longer than it needs to be. I hope you guys at least got like a laugh out of this or felt a little bit better about your hair situation. If you made it to the end of this video, you're a real one. Thank you so much, and thank you for being my friend today. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. I'll lift the onesie like one more time. There you go. Doesn't it just make you want to smash the subscribe, smash the like? I'll see you guys in the next one. Mwah. Bye guys.